Hey guys, it's Steve Zelenardo here with Remax West Zelenardo Associates on our monthly videos. Chris and I are just going to have a quick conversation about real estate, stuff we're hearing in the media, stuff we're hearing with family and friends, and we'll go right into it.
So currently with the way that the real estate market is right now, things are selling for all-time highs.
Yeah.
Like we're seeing it, everything's going crazy, tons of bidding wars and multiple offers. So it comes down to the point where everyone's talking about realtors and how much money they're making.
Yeah.
And just saying like, it's completely insane how much they're making due to the percentages of commission, and like people are starting to think that should be cut down a little bit.
Yeah.
So what's your take on that?
Yeah, I think so. Number one, I'm not happy with this market. I don't want this market. This is ridiculous. You know, when I'm in real estate for long term, right? This is short term. This is almost like going to the gym and taking steroids, okay? This is unnatural growth that's going to end at some point. So it doesn't make sense. And it's going to hurt the health of, let's say, the body, which is the real estate market. And that's currently what's happening right now. Because even, sure, we're making, our percentage. I mean, mind you, no one really gets 5% anymore. People say they do, but they're lying, trust me. So, but I mean, there's always discounts and stuff like that with commissions and when you're working and stuff. So we're trading a commodity. Yeah, it's got more in value, but also people are selling for more in value. If like I went on an evaluation in New Kleinberg, let's say in October, like at 1,350, this particular house was like pushing it. We're gonna really push it. Now it's worth like 1,718. So should I get penalized on the percentage of that commission? You just made an additional 500,000, let's say. So that's not fair either, right? I mean, we're still putting in the same amount of work, even though things are selling, they're going nuts. Fair enough, but there's still a whole procedure that needs to be done, and still people are losing in today's market. The deal that I did a few nights ago, that agent lost money for their seller. We did a great deal for our buyers. So you're always going to get value, obviously, with who you. But no, I'm not happy with this market. It's short term. Well, I'd rather something that's going to be more sustainable, more healthy, where it's a gradual growth and sustainable, a sustainable value appreciation. Because obviously this is going to come down at some point. People say no, people say yes, nobody knows. But I don't know, who's going to be able to afford a house right now?
Yeah.
And there's another thing, so this is affecting my business as people think, as everyone's thinking that the realtors are making, a shitload of money. I'm not celebrating, it is what it is. We're trying to stash money away and put more money into investments and do a better job as what we're doing now. But if you look at my business itself, like a lot of my investment core, where I used to have maybe 10 to 15, 20% of my business per year was on investment properties in the GTA in Toronto and North naturally. Like that's disappeared. With these current prices, that's killed like 10 to 15% of my business. So even last year I had to pick up a whole different sector of my business and it was good. Like I think we did 42 deals last year, 18 deals came from new outside sources. So we worked pretty hard to kind of fill in the gap what we're losing with the investment sector. This is why we're moving to Florida. I'm hoping it can open that back up for my clients and clients, friends, family, whatever, right? So yeah, no, I'm not overly ecstatic with this, and it's short. This is short-lived. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, agents are celebrating awards that they don't deserve. It's the truth. Honestly, and it's based on inflation. I'm one of them because even though I did more deals last year than the year prior. But again, if they took away the inflation prices, I still would have been in Chairman, not in Titan. That's just reality. I'm not not dumb. It's based on inflation. So, we have to cheerleader what we produce or what we have as awards, because our business is weird like that. We have to show that we're successful, that we're doing numbers in order to get the job. It's literally, we're cheerleading that hey, look, we're successful, we're doing numbers, and that's just the name of the game. Unfortunately, I can't change that in my tenor, that's for sure. So, yeah, so that's your question, buddy. Sorry.
It seems almost like, if anything, maybe the way that realtors are paid based on commissions a little bit in the right way of how people should be being paid, because you're just keeping up with the standard of living.
Yeah.
Whereas like other people have wages or that they get from their jobs, and those aren't keeping up. Like they get 1% increase in pay.
But that's the government and employee's fault, right? Like employer, not even the employer, but probably more the government, all the tax they've taken, right? Maybe it is the employer too, but I mean, it is what it is. It's not something that's I've caused, right?
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? They're going to put realtors on a set fee, then that market will dry right up. Yeah, but also again, like real estate is glorified. So we had a crew come here yesterday to drop off some stuff, and literally, or moving crew rather, and literally we were talking, and he said, you know, how's real estate? Is, you know, looks great and stuff like that. I go, it's great, but people, you know, or he said, what's the worst thing about being a realtor? It was a really good question, right? I said, the only worst thing is that you're unemployed every day. Like you don't make money. Like, you know, I might do one deal, then it's like a month, there's nothing coming in, right? You're always running on fumes or trying to save money to do it. So the unemployment of every day. So basically wake up every day unemployed. Obviously the stress and pressures, you're never turned off. If you're an employee, you turn off at 4 o'clock, let's face it. And you turn on in the morning. As a small business owner, as if you want to consider that's what we are, it's turned on all day and night. It runs the rest of your life. You could be sitting on the couch at 1 in the morning. It's like, oh, I got to do this tomorrow. So it never ends. So yeah, for sure, there's a ton of pressures going on.
Okay, so also another question I had was, if you were to talk to, let's say, your cousin or a family member that's looking to get into real estate right now, and they're currently, let's say, just living in with their parents or in the parents' basement, what would your recommendation be to them in this current market?
Again, that moving crew that came here yesterday, I told them the same. You know, I said, dude, you can't just think about it. You got to do it on yourself right now. You know, he's Jamaican. He lives in Malton, actually. This is where I grew up. So literally, I told him, I said, it's going to be like the Italians. I said, we came in here, we didn't own anything. We owned it in joint ventures, in partnership. So 2-3 families, they buy a property. Even the South Asian Indian population did the same thing. And then ultimately, as that commodity grew in appreciation, they sell it off and everyone will channel off and buy their own thing. They have to do the same. Especially, I think he's a smart guy, 22 years old, something like this, but already thinking. He has a nice thought process in his mind. I gave my card if he needs any help, like just kind of clear his thoughts. But I told him literally, if he got like 3 to 4 friends, they're all making, let's say, 40 to 50 grand a year, just buy something. Buy it. And that's my advice to them. Don't sit around and you think you got to do it yourself. Buy it with partnerships. Even if you own 25%. Let's say it's a $100,000 investment. You had to put in $25,000. And this thing grows to like $75,000 in 3 to 5 years. Well, how are you going to make that money? Like just being employed and paying taxes and trying to save it. You're still going to be doing that, but you planted some money for growth. So yeah, that's what I kind of told them, right? Just to, or if your question, just basically, yeah, you have to joint venture. If you can't afford it, don't have too much ego. Just do it. Even with siblings, like if this gentleman has 7 siblings, if they're all of 20 plus years, buy the damn thing and move in together. Who cares, right? It is what it is. It's communal. It's the world's going like this anyway. It's becoming way unaffordable. How can you buy townhouses for 1.3 to 1.4 million first-time buyers? It's wild. If they're not getting supported by their family or their parents, they ain't gonna buy those properties, right? So, and this is coming from a generation, the baby boomer era, where they have a ton of savings, a ton of cash. They made a lot of good moves, didn't, overspend. They were more diligent and stuff like that. How about our generation? For my kids, and again, I'm a little bit old school, so maybe they'll be okay. But a lot of my generation won't do that, won't have that extra money to give their kids to buy. So what happens? This is renting. We're going to be generational renters at the end. Specifically, some of the areas where I used to buy real estate, and especially up north, clients say, oh, why would they want to rent and not buy? I said, but this is 3 generational renters. Their grandfather rented, their grandparents rented, their parents rented, and they're renting. This is not out of the norm. They don't want to own property. It's not like how we have that need to own and possess things. They don't care. And I think the generations going forward is going to be exactly the same as you see now with cars and stuff like that. No one really cares how we used to. We had more of a sex appeal to cars and a feeling. Now people don't care. It's like A to B. Is it electric? Is it not? I don't care. It's just I'll share it with the neighbor. I don't give a shit. It's not like I don't want any scratches. I don't want any people leaning on my car, right? They got any surface scratches. They don't care. So
now they're even thinking if the car will just pick them up and drop them off.
Robo-taxi, right?
Yeah.
With Tesla. It's great idea. Maybe remember that 4-story townhouse you showed me there? Maybe that'll be part of that because there's no parking. Yeah, weird, wild times for sure. Hey guys, if you like these videos, please like, share, subscribe. If you got any questions, comments, please reach out and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, ciao.